In 1995, Alabama tried something a little different. For one wild season, Canadian football came to town, and the Birmingham Barracudas were born. Spoiler alert, things didn't quite go as planned. Today, we're talking about one of the strangest and boldest experiments in football. The time that Alabama braced 3 downs, a wider field, and the Birmingham Barracudas. It's a tale of ambition, heat waves, and what happens when Canadian traditions meet Southern football culture. In the early 1990s, the Canadian Football League was facing financial struggles. The NFL had a stronghold on American football, and the CFL wanted a piece of the action. Their solution was to expand into the United States. Starting in 1993, the CFL added teams in American cities, including Sacramento, Las Vegas, and Baltimore. By 1995, they were ready to go big, planting franchises deep in the heart of football country, the southern US. Birmingham was a natural choice. The city had a rich football history, and it was now the CFL's turn to take a shot. On January 11th, 1995, the CFL granted Birmingham its own franchise, the Birmingham Barracudas. The team was owned by Art Williams, a flamboyant insurance mogul who was passionate about football and not afraid to spend big to make a splash. Williams envisioned a team that would bring CFL excitement to Alabama's diehard football fans. Williams wasn't messing around, investing millions into the team. The Barracudas were stacked with talent, and on paper, the team looked ready to compete. The Barracudas generated a lot of buzz in their early days. Marketing campaigns hyped the team as a new chapter in Birmingham's sports history. The city's football-hungry fans were curious, and the idea of professional football in the summer was enticing, but not everyone was sold. The CFL came with its own set of quirks. A wider field, 12 players per side instead of 11, and only 3 downs to make a first down. Not to mention, the goalposts were right at the front of the end zone. For Alabama fans raised on SEC football, the rules were pretty unconventional. And then there was the summer heat. The CFL season ran from June to November, and in Birmingham, that meant sweltering games in 90-degree heat with sky-high humidity. Fans stayed home, and attendance numbers began to drop. Despite the challenges, the Barracudas didn't perform badly on the field. Their quarterback had a stellar season, throwing for over 4,000 yards and earning CFL quarterback honors. But even his on-field heroics couldn't save the team. Attendance was the killer. While the Barracudas' first few games drew decent crowds, the numbers quickly fell. By mid-season, they were lucky to get 10,000 fans in the stands. At Legion Field, a stadium built for over 70,000, it was a bad look. By the end of 1995, the CFL's Southern experiment was on life support. Birmingham wasn't alone. Other American teams were struggling with poor attendance and financial losses. The league decided to pull the plug, folding all US teams and retreating back to Canada. Art Williams reportedly lost over $5 million on the team. In his words, it was a fun adventure, but one he wouldn't repeat. Today, the Birmingham Barracudas are remembered as a fascinating chapter in football history. They were a bold experiment that showed how much passion and creativity can go into building a sports team, even if it doesn't last. Sometimes, the greatest stories are the ones that burn brightly, even if only for a season. If you have any favorite football sports stories, let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more stories that shaped our history from 30 years ago.